Just a praising louder and jumping harder than anybody else there? Well, child, that praise boom, child, for Jesus. It's me. But I love to praise him. I love to praise my God. As a matter of fact, when God created the earth, he stopped for a minute. And he jammed to earthly praise. My God, P-A-R-T-I-E-D. Let me tell you about the praise fest I went to the other night. Uptown. When I say uptown, come with me, try to move with me. It was way uptown, somewhere between 125th Street and 5th. Well, anyway, that was the largest gathering of gospel preaching you would ever want to see. I wish I was there. Because in one corner we had TDJ and Joel Osteen talking about the New World Order. And the other corner, Ellen G. White and Moses' sister Miriam doing that little praise way. And what that got to do with spreading God's word. We had Mahalia, Andre Crouch, Cece, baby, y'all got to be there. Kirk Franklin, doing that praise. Y'all listen. Oh, what all that was going on? I was just thinking about my trial and how I got over and my pain and how he fixed it. So I just started to jump and I just started to pray. And I started to say, thank you, Jesus. You got me over. The Massachusetts Children Choir, they started preaching. They started preaching to people. They started clapping the praises. They started praying. And then all of a sudden, y'all stay with me. Stay with me here because the room, it just started to shake and shake. And the walls, they just started spinning and spinning until all of a sudden that same old room, it started to fly out in space. They find logics and limitations and just spinning and then spinning and spinning all up in my head. There's a praise party going on up in my head. So when y'all see me smiling, when y'all see me smiling a little bit, and when y'all see me crying a little bit,
It's all right.
when y'all hear me humming, and when y'all hear me singing, y'all got to feel good about that. Feel good about it. I'm the only proof. I'm the only proof y'all need to know. That my God. Oh, God. He's the God. So come on.
Hold your head like a movie Starfire. I'm a poet who writes in English. Come to see the world. you've ever been. They can't stop your hurting. Your faith ain't never small. That's what brought you this far, yeah. See, you got your dreams and you got your prayers and you got your God. He gon' take you home. See, everybody has a season, and I believe this one's yours.
Mama used to send us to church all the time so we could praise the Lord.
Yeah.
She thought that if we went with her, we would save her a place in heaven. Because the Bible said, raise a child in the way they should go, and so on. You know, but me and my sisters, it was 3 of us. We watched Mama more than we watched God. The pastor and the church couldn't tell the difference between right and wrong, because Mama, the Christian that didn't go to church, danced and partied all night with Daddy and all sorts of people. I never saw the same person twice. Mama didn't have that much friends and didn't let us have any either. Said Jesus was our only friend. To us, he was the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus wrapped in one. Now, I thought I had a good relationship with God. We talked in church, and I prayed to him every night before I went to bed. I was a good girl. My friends would tease me and call me church girl, church girl. But I didn't care, because as long as God was on my side,
Yeah.
nothing could hurt me.
Yeah.
Amen.
Till that one night. Mama and Daddy must have had a family party, because I didn't hear Mama. Instead, I heard a deep voice next to me saying, "You're such a good girl. You just said how you developed so well." I tried to scream, but the words, they wouldn't come out. Instead, they were stopped by my tears. Daddy, no! He hurt me so bad. I didn't go to church or school. Mama didn't know what was wrong and said that I was just becoming a woman. Now, God didn't hear from me. I was mad at the world he created and what he let happen to me. All because of that night. The night my eyes lost their instinct. Offense is hard to press charges against.
If you knew him, you must have wanted it. A misunderstanding. You know, these things happen.
Are you sure you didn't suggest? A rapist is always to be a stranger. A man you never saw. Someone with obvious problems.
But if you've been seen in public with him,
These friends and family that smile real nice and gives us presents to make Mama smile. Lock the door behind you.
with fist in the face.
And we are left with the scars.
Being betrayed by the men who know us. Expect by the stranger who always saw us. That we will submit.
But it turns out the nature of rape has changed.
And now we can meet them in the security of our own home.
We can sit at church. He could be the one to help you with homework or basketball, by invitation.
Nobody.
Mom's baby girl had a baby girl.
Mercy. Mercy.
There was no air. The sheets made ripples under his body like crumpled paper napkins in the summer park, and little specks of something on his toes. And he'd get up, pray, drink some coffee, drink some water, read the paper. He wished one of his friends who knew where he was would come by with a job offer, a recommendation, something, anything. There was no air. He'd see the spotlights in the alleyways moving down the stairs in the air, cross the wall over his face, and he'd get under the covers,
is sicker than a rabid dog. That's how that thing had gone since he got back. Crystal just got into saying what a fool Bo was and always said. Then he go all over town saying the kid wasn't his or was anybody but him. And all of this after she'd been his girl since she was 13. He came home crazy one day. He tried to get veterans benefits for being in Iran and going to school. And they kept putting him in remedial classes. He couldn't read Arabic, couldn't read English. So Bo got mad at the teachers for holding him back, and he went and got himself a gypsy cab to drive, but it kept breaking down on him, and the cops was always after him. And Crystal went and got pregnant again. Bo almost beat her to death when she told him. She still got a scar on her arm from where he cut her up. Still, Crystal went on and had that baby. Now, Bo Willie had 2 children. A little girl, Naomi Kenya, and a boy, Kwame Bo Willie Brown. And there was no heir. Bo kept hitting Crystal, and he knew he had to get her back. She's been after him to marry her for 13 years, and now here she is 22, want to throw him out because he said he'll marry her. She burst out laughing, hollering, "What you want to marry me for now? So I can support you? So I can come sit with you when they lock you up? Because they going to come for you and I'm not going to have a thing to do with it. Oh, no, no, no. I will marry you for nothing." And she went to bed. The next day, Bo came in blasting and swinging chairs at Crystal, who couldn't figure out what was going on, till he got to shouting about how she was going to marry him and get more veteran benefits, and he could stop driving them crazy people around while they was trying to kill him for $15. Bo was sweating something terrible beating on Crystal, and he couldn't do anything more with the tables and chairs, so he went to go get the high chair. Little Kwame was in it, and he was beating on Crystal with the high chair, and her son and some notion got into him to stop. And he run out. Crystal almost died. That's why the police wouldn't allow Bo near where she lived. And she been trying to tell the kids that their daddy tried to kill her and Kwame, and that he just wanted to marry her. That's why he wanted to marry her and have a family. Bo got all dressed up in his finest church suit. He was going to see Crystal and get this mess cleared up, to take him back and let him be the man, and she wouldn't even have to work no more. Bo knocked on Crystal's door. She didn't answer. He beat on the door, and Crystal and Naomi started crying. He got to shouting again about how he want to marry her and make her an honest woman. And she just kept on screaming, "Leave us alone, just leave us alone!" And he broke that door down. She grabbed her children in front of her. She picked Kwame up off the floor and held Naomi by her shoulders. And she said, "Bo Willie Brown, you get out of here.